Wallhack has officially released cloth pads.
One enemy remaining.
What? My ultimate's ready.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
What's up guys, Haka back with another review, and today we're going to be talking about Wallhack's newest addition to the family, the MO-001 and the SY-001. I'm going to be referring to these pads as the MO and the SY to save time and save you any confusion. Although the SY was sent out, there will be no bias in my review, and I'll give you my honest opinions on both of these pads. So let's get right into the review. Now when you think of Wallhack, what is the first thing that comes to mind? For me, it obviously has to be skypad. When I was first introduced to skypad, it was in 2022 when they dropped their collab with Yuki Aim. My girlfriend secretly ended up buying me the mousepad, and I ended up really enjoying glass to the point of no return. I barely use cloth nowadays, and I just have to thank skypad for getting me into my peripheral addiction. On the road, after amazing releases back to back, skypad rebranded to Wallhack, which to me the rebrand has been going amazing even if I'm going to miss the old logo. With the rebrand, they dropped the new and improved Wallhack SP-004, which is an amazing improvement and upgrade from the 3.0. One morning I woke up to insane news that Wallhack dropped cloth pads. Now what does this mean essentially? When you think of Wallhack, they've had amazing success with glass, so when you see them drop cloth pads, you most likely wonder how good can they really be? Well, today I'm here to tell you that the SY and the MO are not just exceptional, but they really excel at what they're marketed for. The MO is a hybrid / speed pad, and the SY is a control pad. With that being said, you would think that I really enjoy the SY more since I don't play fast-paced, heavy tracking reliant games. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I actually ended up enjoying both of these pads to the fullest extent. Let me start with the SY. The SY is a synth textured pad with peak knit fabric and with the holy grail of cloth bases, Japanese poron. This pad comes in 490 by 430 and 0.4 centimeters thick. Right out the box, this control pad was pretty fast and super smooth. I mean, I thought that I picked up the wrong pad at first and had to double check. After a couple games on this pad, I could definitely tell that this was a control focused pad, and let me explain my reasoning on that. I was under the assumption that this pad was going to be a bit swampy, a lack of speed, and really just like a single purpose type of pad. I couldn't be any more wrong even if I tried. The SY experience made it feel as if I had stabilizers on my mouse and something was guiding my hand while aiming. SY is a very soft pad, which worked out perfectly for me because I tend to push my mouse into my pad whenever I need a bit more of control when gaming. No joke when I tell you that this pad actually generally made me think that I was cheating at Valorant at one point. It absolutely blew my mind. My issue with control cloth pads that I've had in the past is it usually gets to a point where it's too slow for me, but after breaking in the SY, I can tell you that the speed slowed down just a tiny bit, but I would be lying if I labeled this pad as very slow. If I could compare this pad to some of the greatest cloth pads that I've used as far as control, it would definitely fall along the lines of the Temple of Dreams Remastered from Padsmith and FreeFall's SV Base Control Plus. The skates I used while testing out the SY definitely played a huge part on how much I enjoyed this pad. I want to give you guys a little glide test in comparison with skates and different mouse pads, comparing it to the SY. My top 3 skates for both pads had to be the Core Pad Controls, the X-Ray Pad Jade Dots, and the X-Ray Pad Obsidians. These 3 skates took these pads to a whole new level because with the Core Pad Controls, I feel like the MO was more balanced for me, and the Obsidian Fulls felt like the MO made it pretty like more on the control side, but the speed was definitely there as well. But the Jades for the MO was just, they were so fun. I mean, it really made it a speed pad for real. But I think the Jades on the SY were not good. I don't know, I didn't like it. I think that it took really the control out of it, but the core back controls definitely were the best for both pads. Like I stated, this was a unique experience for me, and I would definitely recommend this pad if you main TAC FPS and are looking for a control pad that is not too swampy or not too slow. With that being said, I want to now focus our attention to the MO, which is Wallhack's hybrid / speed pad. Now if I could describe this pad in one word, it would be fun. This pad is absolutely fun. My time spent with this pad, I had an absolute blast, and let me tell you why. Fresh out of the box, this pad felt pretty fast to me, but not to a point where I had any problems controlling it. Surprisingly, this pad actually was more firm than the control pad, which completely took me for a loop. This pad comes in at the same specs as the SY, but in a completely different surface, with it being made with crepe weave fabric. Another thing that I want to talk about that I didn't get to talk about with the SY is this Japanese poron base is actually super cool because it's Wallhack's logo into the pad. I've seen this happen with Padsmith and a couple other companies, but nevertheless, it's always still so cool to see a company's brand in their base. The speed on the MO piqued my curiosity, but what really drew me in is the fact that this speed pad had noticeable control with it. This is the exact reason why I've been calling it a hybrid this whole entire review, because for me it really depends on what skate you use for this pad. For instance, when I swapped to my core pad control skates, I felt this pad was more of a balance pad, but as soon as I swapped to the X-ray pad Jades, there was no doubt in my mind that this pad was designed for speed. I can easily tell that Wallhack took pride in making both of these pads because really these are high quality mouse pads. If I had to compare the MO, it would definitely fall along the lines of some of my favorite speed pads, such as Padsmith's Crucible, 4014's Arrow, and even Kurosun's Ninja. Same thing with the SY. I felt with the MO, it feels as if someone's just guiding my hand while I'm aiming with every swipe and micro adjustment. I wish I could pinpoint on how this is even possible, but I could only tell you to try it for yourself. As you know, with every pad I review, I give you my opinion if you should pick this pad up if you play Valorant. With both these pads, I'll be the first one to tell you the MO and the SY both fit for Valorant, and let me tell you why. The SY worked well when I was playing higher sens, 0.3 1600 DPI. With me pushing into the pad and getting that extra control, it made micro adjusting easier for me on my high sens, and I was very consistent on it as well. That being said, the MO finally allowed me to try lower sensitivity. I hate slow sens, I really do. That's probably why I'm not consistent. Hey, that's another video for another time. My low sens with the MO was 0.1 by 1600 DPI. I was able to have the speed I needed for every flash turn, every dart break, and every target switch. It allowed me to open my agent pool and really enabled me to be comfortable with something that I would usually never try. I want to cover some of the frequently asked questions that I know that I will get with both of these pads. So let's dive right into it. How do these pads hold up with humidity? It gets very hot and humid in my room, and I want to tell you that I never had a problem with any of these pads. As far as humidity sticking to them or anything, I never had any problems whatsoever. Do these pads work good with sleeves? Well, yes they do. I've only used Wallhack sleeves since the skypad days, and it would be kinda crazy if their sleeves didn't work with their own pads. Are the pads worth the price? Coming in at $50 or $45 if you use code haka at checkout, sell out. These pads are actually worth every dollar and feel very premium. Jokes aside, I'm glad that Wallhack made these pads very affordable because the experience is definitely insane. I know that they have bundle deals as far as if you wanted to get the same pad twice, or if you wanted to try the SY and the MO, it's a lot cheaper to do a bundle than buying them both separate. Do you recommend this pad for pet owners? Honestly, I really don't know what to tell you. Like, I have pets of my own. Hair's gonna get on the pad. I'm gonna be honest, hair's gonna get on the pad. But what I will say is that both the MO and the SY did not pick up hair as much as I think they were. Like, it was pretty resistant to hair, if I'm not gonna lie to you. And I don't really know. Like, having pets, you're always gonna get hair somewhere on your desk, especially if they're on your desk. If you have a cat, you know the struggle. But the SY and the MO definitely did a great job at not picking up as much hair as other pads that I've used in the past. Wrapping this review up with my final thoughts, this drop from Wallhack really surprised me. I mean, I never thought we would be seeing one of the glass pioneers in the scene drop cloth pads. Seeing that this is their first drop as far as cloth pads, what I'd like to see in their next drop, if there's any plans on dropping more cloth, is to make a true balance cloth pad and a true speed pad, along with some collabs or designs for next drop. If you know Wallhack, you know their collabs and their just original OC with Sora, the designs are just crazy. Like, I love their designs. With all that being said, that wraps up today's review. I'd like to thank Wallhack again for sending out the SY. I also like to thank my girlfriend, obviously, for letting me use her copy of the MO to make this video possible. These pads blew my mind. And to prove it, I would like to do a personal giveaway on my Twitter for the SY or the MO. I'll let a poll, let me know what you guys prefer. As always, make sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment on what you want me to review next. I have a few videos coming up this month, and I'd like to give you just a personal heads up on what you need to look out for. I will be dropping the Sora V2 review along with a Padsmith review. That review is going to be the Crucible and the Temple of Dreams, what you saw in this video. Both truly amazing pads with truly amazing artwork. And I think that I will be reviewing the OP18K as well this month. There is something else that I want to talk about, but I'm going to keep that a surprise. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to see it Thursday, or you probably already seen it depending on when this video drops. But it's been Haka, soon to be your favorite reviewer, and I'm out of here. Peace.